Today I'm at M Studio. I'm going to be filming with Maciek. He's literally one of the most loveliest guys. And this is the studio. I'm going to say hello. What's going on? How you doing?
Lovely to see you.
Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. How you been? All right?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Yeah.
It's good so far. I have a lovely training session in the morning with the operation.
Yeah.
There's one gentleman and he's coming from London to my studio to train with me, so that's amazing. I've done well, so yeah, it was good, you know.
Good weekend so far.
Perfectly fine. What about you? You okay?
Yes. Obviously, simple weekends are sometimes the best ones. Bit of editing, training, you know, the usual, and seeing people and friends and family, catching up.
That's amazing.
But yeah, let's get into the interview. I'm excited, bro. I'm really excited. Okay, let's go.
Maciek, man. Nice to have you on board. Thank you for giving me your time today. So I want to pretty much roll the history back a little bit. And when we first met, I think it was 9 or 10 years ago.
Something like that.
I was like 20 years old or something, and it was Easy Gym in Shirley.
Yes.
And the supplement store. I was a new guy coming into gym. I wasn't a personal trainer yet. And I think I met one of the most friendliest bodybuilders ever. Honestly, the most polite, friendly, humble guy I ever met. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, people like this exist?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it, man. So you really opened up my eyes to what people could be and what they can achieve and still be humble. And you inspired me from that moment. And I was like, I need to stay in touch with this guy. I need to stay in touch with him. And then I saw you several years later. I saw you in David Lloyd's, and I was like, here he is, there he is. So it's wonderful to get back in touch with you, man. It really is. How has life been treating you in the past few years?
Yeah, so the very first thing is a pleasure to have you here. Seriously, I'm super happy, and also thank you for nice words. It's super amazing to hear, like, you know, just beautiful words, and like, you know, just I can't even describe how I feel right now, because as you said, we met 10 years ago, something like that, and time is flying. We're doing a million things, meeting people, going to places, and suddenly we are here, like, you know, just yeah, of course, yeah. But we are here together, so that's beautiful. So yeah, thank you for your beautiful words.
Thank you as well.
And I just so listen. It's not just about me, it's about us.
Yes.
Let's name it like that, okay? It's about us. So same like you are interested in my life, I'm interested in your life, okay? So let's make it nice and easy and let's talk, okay? This is the one. So in terms of my businesses, my journey, it was all crazy, like a roller coaster, okay? So I used to work in a provision contact lenses manufacturer. Then I was working super hard myself. I was always trying to find something just to make sure that I can be with sport, okay? I can make some money, I can do something for people, with people, and also I can enjoy myself. And it was super hard, trust me, because I've seen personal trainers, they were training in the gym, and 2-3 years later, I will tell you a funny story. There was one gentleman, he was a personal trainer, and he was doing well, seriously. He was looking good, training hard, and a very, very, very good guy. And I haven't seen him for 2 or 3 years. I met him at city center, and I was like, "Oh, how is it going? How's your, like, you know, just training and everything?" He said, "Oh, listen, I'm selling cars right now." I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "Oh, there's more money in it, you know." And I was like, it's impossible, you know. When you're choosing those kind of things, you have to feel it that you want to do it.
I find it very hard to do something that goes against my soul. It goes against your literal existence. And I, like yourself, have done roles and jobs where it didn't fit me, but I had to do it in order to get by. And it's quite a struggle to really find yourself in that time, because you're also lost in that time when you think, oh, everything's not going to plan. Where am I? What am I doing? But then you have to really work to find yourself and align with your goals and your belief. Because people can sometimes just let 40 years pass, and then, their time is now gone, and they haven't achieved what they wanted to achieve. So hearing about it and hearing people's stories is one of the most inspirational things, when they choose to, you know, have you heard the saying, you can either fuck life or life will fuck you.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
So that's what I chose to do. I want to grab the opportunities now, and I chose to not let my past or let other decisions ruin my present. So I can look back and actually be happier about the past, rather than looking at it with a little bit of a filter and being like, oh, that was a dark time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I would say the problem is with majority of society that they don't know what they want. The reason why they're not achieving things in life is purely because they don't know what they want. How many people you know, and trust me, if you would ask them a question, what do you really want? Tell me about your dreams, wishes, desires, how you see future, how you see yourself. What would you like to achieve? Where would you like to be in 3 months' time, in 3 years' time, in 5 years' time? They've got no idea. They don't know. They don't know what they want. If you don't know what you want, you cannot achieve it, because what you're chasing, you don't even know what you're chasing.
Some people find it hard to even ask themselves that question.
Yes.
They say, what would you want out of this life? And they go, it's like something's in their throat.
Yes.
And it's quite difficult to actually really get to their core and like, what do you really want? What do you want to do? And like for myself, I kept telling myself, I don't want to be famous. I don't want people to know me. I just want to have my own private life. I just want to be rich. But really, I came to like a conclusion in my head, and I'm like, why are you afraid of being famous? Why are you afraid of being popular? What's the worst that can happen? There's so many other worse things that can happen in your life. And the good thing about being famous is that opportunities come.
Yes.
Opportunities come out of your doors will open. Money is just a byproduct of whatever you do, you know? You could do the most mundane thing, the most boring thing, but if you are number one at it, you'll be famous.
I totally agree with you. Yeah. Yes. And as you said, it's very interesting what you just said about being famous and doing things which you like to do, and also being scared of it. So the most important thing is to respect it. Yeah. Okay? You planning it nicely. You want it, you're working on it. And as I said, you respect it. It's a completely different thing, because if you see the guys and out of nowhere, they becoming hugely famous, they've got a huge amount of money out of nowhere, then they are in their 20s, and they're going crazy because they are not ready for it mentally, physically, emotionally, even intellectually. They are not ready for it. You went through certain stages in your life, okay? You got to this point right now, and you clearly see it, you're planning it, so you beautifully respect it, I would say. So when it will happen, not if, when it will happen, you'll be ready for it. So you treat it nicely, it will not overcome you, you control it. And then, yes, you can use it in a perfect way. So that's a really important thing as well. Yeah. Because if you're in your when you're in your 20s, okay, I can give you the examples of Mike Tyson or any other sportsman, athlete, actress, and singers, and all kind of people. Okay, when they are in the just youth, okay, and they're becoming hugely famous,
too much,
and rich it's too much. Okay, they cannot cope with it, and they then going crazy, and it can destroy them easily. Once you're going through life and checking, testing different things, and you're deciding that this is what you want to do, you're working on it, and it's coming to you, you're reaching out to it, then you can have it, and you can use it nicely, and you can have beautiful, positive outcome from it. But you have to be mature enough, you have to be intelligent, smart, and you have to know what you're doing. Yeah, that's the one.
It's also the conviction. Now that you have been on the other side of the coin, right? You've seen the downs, and you've seen your mistakes. Now you have the discipline to actually carry on, and now you have the capacity to go when things get tough. You can just quit in a month because I'm having a bad day, or this happened to me, or this family member got ill. It's the capacity to keep going, because now your dreams are bigger than your problems. Your dreams are bigger than your problems.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Dream big. So there's just a few things. Dream big, but also aim low. I don't know if you heard about it or not. I was listening to Jordan Peterson recently, and he was talking about it. Aim low.
Love that guy, by the way.
Oh yeah, and not in terms of put your just dreams just on the side, or don't work hard or anything like that. But aim low, which means set up goals, okay, wishes, dreams, and desires which you can achieve, okay. Because if you will set them up too high, too big, extremely big, you will crash and burn, okay? You'll be frustrated, you'll be disappointed with yourself, with life, because it will be literally impossible to achieve it straight away, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So you have to
take it, it's like the analogy where they say you climb a mountain one step at a time.
Yes, that's the one. So dream big, but in the same time aim low, which means, yes, have your dreams, wishes, desires. However, you have to see and be reasonable as well with it.
Yes.
Because listen, obviously I can say as well, yes, I want to drive tomorrow new Lamborghini. Obviously, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, okay? Let's establish it's not going to happen. Yeah. So it's not working like that. You have to have dreams and some kind of vision and visualize it all. However, at the moment you have to see a little bit smaller steps and still enjoy them.
Exactly.
And be proud of yourself, be proud of those steps and the fact that yes, you're working really hard and you're moving forward. As you said, with your businesses right now, with things which you're doing. It's not the fact that you're going to open straight a huge company, business up and running, there'll be 20 people working for you, doing all kinds of jobs. You have to put some effort into it. Putting effort, okay? And then you have nice results. So yes, it is important to go step by step with it,
Just going into I like the way you said when and not if, and obviously we spoke about manifestation before, and having that vision is also like seeing it before it happens in order for it to actually happen.
Yes.
Right. Do you believe in things like timing and also effort? So like the harder you work, the luckier you will get. And if giving 100% every day for, let's say, 2 years, on that one day after 2 years, for example, it could be any time in between. It can be 180 days in, it can be a year and a half in, right? Doesn't matter. But because you were there for 100%, right? For that consistent amount of time. That's when you got lucky. That's when it happened. It's not because, on that one occasion, he got lucky because he gave it 100% on that day. No, you showed up every single day. You did the work every single day.
Yes.
And that's why you got lucky and broke through your limit.
Yes. So now, a few things. So as you mentioned before, instead of if, I said when, okay?
Yeah.
And now I have to catch, just one of your words, which is, do you believe? My thing is that I'm trying to do not use word believe. I know. Because when you're saying, I believe, it's like 50-50.
It's almost like begging.
Yeah, like when you're saying, I know, then you are sure about it.
Yeah.
So this is the one. I know that it will happen.
Yeah.
I know that once you put in 100% effort into it, then you have 100% result.
Yes, yeah.
So it's not that I believe, I do know. Yeah. Based on my knowledge.
It's almost crazy.
Yes,
it's almost, you have to be crazy.
You have to, you must.
Like in my head, like it sounds crazy, right? But I'm already famous. I've already got it. I've already done it. It's just a matter of when.
Yes, of course.
It's a matter of when.
100%.
You have to feel it. You have to know who you are. You have to know, I'm this guy.
Yeah.
I'm him already.
That's
it's just when it happens.
That's the one.
And to the general public, to general people, we look insane.
Yeah.
We are insane.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah. I can see it. I can experience it every single day, to be honest with you. Yeah.
You probably get this, right?
Of course, yeah. Very often. However, this is how we are and this is how we roll. And it's beautiful. So I would say the very first thing is the thought. You're having thoughts, okay? Then you have to be vocal about it. You have to talk about it, speak to people, okay? And then, yes, it will be physical and it will happen, okay? But everything is starting here in your head. So first of all, you're thinking, your thoughts, okay? You have to allow yourself to think and dream and wish about it all. As you said, visualize. That's beautiful. Then you have to be vocal about it. You have to speak, talk about it, just loudly. Be loud about it. Don't be afraid.
Stop hiding.
Of course,
I was hiding.
No.
I was afraid. I was scared. People are going to judge me. What if I get too famous and secrets get revealed about me? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Who cares?
What are you going to do anyway?
No. It's completely irrelevant. With full of respect, as you know very well, I respect people. Okay, I love everyone, and I'm a respectful guy.
Honestly, one of the most friendliest guys.
Yeah, even I don't look like, but trust me, I am
one of the most friendliest guys.
Yeah. So it's the fact that we taking part in a movie, okay, and you're a main character. The movie is a life, okay? You are the main character. All those people around you, that are just like extras, okay? We respect them. We're taking them on board, and don't understand me wrong, they are perfectly fine. However, their opinions, their words are kind of irrelevant at the end of the day because you are the main character. You're making decisions.
Every person, unfortunately, it's not like that, but every person, if they behave like that, this entire world would be a paradise.
It would be.
It would be a paradise.
It would be.
Because everyone would be living their dream.
100%, yeah.
Because that's what it is. Their reality is their dream, and they would create a better place.
So back to the subject about just people opinions and stuff like that. It is crazy because they've got different views for life. Okay, they've got different needs than you've got. So they will have their opinions, but it's good. Allow them to have their opinions. It's not a problem. Do not live with it. Okay, do not put yourself down, or do not you don't have to digest it or just think about it because it's no need, completely no need it. At the end of the day, it's your choices, your decisions, and then consequences. And doesn't matter if Chris, James, Monica, and God knows where, if they will say, do you have 100 people in front of you right now, and they will say, you're doing a good job. Or you have 100 people in front of you, and they say, oh, you've done a really bad job. Who cares? If you are happy, then that's the most important thing. And about the luck, as you said, just, oh, we are lucky, just you doing this and da. And at the end of the day, there's one day when you are lucky and you're getting what you wanted. It's not luck. It's same thing, is the consequences. We're talking about the consequences of our actions and behaviors, decisions and stuff like that. So it's not a luck, okay? So it's like, I'm going to the gym and I've got nice big biceps and six pack. Oh, you are lucky.
Yeah. Oh, you was born with good genetics.
No, I'm not lucky.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm working really hard. I started a year ago, 3 years ago, 7 years ago, and we're talking about the consequences of my actions and reactions and behaviors and stuff like that. So it's not about luck. It's just like a domino effect. Okay. Saturday night, instead of going to the pub, having another beer, you're going to the gym and you're training hard. Sunday morning, you're waking up and you're going for a nice quick run or something like that, where majority of society, they're waking up 2 p.m., ordering kebab or something like that, okay, because I have that after just last night. It's not, you are not lucky that you've got this beautiful body. It's your hard work, your achievement, okay? And as I said, consequences of your actions, reactions, decisions, and stuff like that. That's really important as well. So words are really important when you're saying things, not if, you're saying when. You do not believe, you know that it will happen. And yes, just same with this one.
It's literally rewiring your brain, which is changing your reality around you, because you now operate differently.
Yes.
And that goes back to the main character thing, because you won't decide on that. You won't go down these paths. You won't go down these decisions. So it's like cause and effect in reality. You won't do that, so this won't happen. Or you will do this, so this opens up for you.
Yes.
This door opens and this door opens. So it comes into that. I'm a big believer in manifestation, but also just duality. So like, people like to think it's a spiritual woo-woo thing, right? But it's literally used in the real world every single day, right? Okay. People, like, for example, just the most basic example, okay? People think about having a baby and then they have a baby, okay? And they find a husband or find a wife and then they end up having a child. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens, right?
Yeah.
But it's literally the biggest miracle on earth.
Yes.
Life.
I agree. Yes.
And it's a miracle. And it happens. It happens every single day. And that's just an example, a plain example of it can happen, because it starts in your brain. It starts in your brain, it's a seed, and then you water the seed and it becomes a real thing. So manifestation over time, it ends up, it reinforces your belief. I don't know if you guys have had this in your life, or one time where you've surprised yourself and you're like, it happened. I can do this.
Yes.
Oh my God. and then you feed off that information from reality. You feed off it and you go, wait, if this happened, then I can do this and I can do that. And now I can do this. And you're on a roll. And now you're on a roll. And then good things keep happening and keep happening. That's called momentum.
Yes. And it's like then it's like never-ending story with green lights from the very beginning to the very end. Every single light is green. Every single door is open. It's just like, and it's like on and on and on and on. Yes, it is beautiful.
Of course it's going to look lucky.
Of course, yeah. From the side, of course, yeah.
Because it looks like a movie.
Yeah.
To you, it looks like a movie. But they are living their dream.
Yeah.
Because they showed up.
Yeah.
They showed up
every single day. And as you said, you working on it is about yourself, your feelings, your emotions, who you are, how you are. Okay. So when you see people, okay, you're spending time with them, you're talking to them, you're showing them respect. Okay. So then let's say you're doing some businesses. 3 months later, you're meeting this guy who you have met 3 months earlier, but you showed him your respect and everything. And now you're on different level, you're doing businesses, and he needs you right now, for example, even you need him, doesn't matter. But you have met 3 months earlier and you've been working hard on yourself. You showed him as a good guy, good gentleman, okay?
Yeah.
And it's already, you've got beautiful foundations to move further, go forward, okay? And this is how living up. So as it's not being lucky, it's just your work, which you're putting into those kind of things. Everything what you're doing right now is a huge investment, and you have beautiful benefits out of it in 3 months' time, 3 years' time. This is so. We have met years ago. It was just normal situation in the shop. Hey, how are you doing? You're right. But there was a connection, okay. And then we've met just at the gym and We have got nice, good kind of just connection, okay.
And I realized what kind of character you were. I started talking a little bit more. I realized I was like, oh, he knows about the secret.
Mm.
He knows. He knows the secret. When I see secret, you know the secret.
Oh yeah.
And it's almost divine. When you know someone else knows, you're like, okay, I can work with this guy.
But let me add something. So those 10 years ago, if you'd be an idiot, if you'd act like an idiot, or myself, if I'll be an idiot, we wouldn't be here right now.
Exactly.
But we invested those 10 years ago when we have met and we've been nice and kind and polite. We help to each other and anything else, And yes, that's the outcome right now. It's not happening we are not lucky. You are not lucky because you're having me here. I'm not lucky because I'm having you here. We've been working on it. That's the outcome. That's the outcome. So every single time, every single day, whenever you're going somewhere, you're meeting people, every situation is really important. You have to be always ready for anything and everything. You have to keep your guard up. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Well, obviously, guard up. I'm not getting
life is a fight. It's a fight for you. You can't drop your guard.
No. You have to be ready for anything and everything. Even if you're having a hard
day, you gotta be there.
Yes, please. Yes, please. And you have to be ready for anything and everything. If it's kindness, if it's, as you said, empathy or whatever, being ready to be here for people, for yourself, and just to make sure that, yes, you're ready and you're keeping this guard up and you are fully aware of what's happening.
And I get it. Sometimes it takes a few years to build that fortitude, You might not have it in your early 20s. You might not have it in your late 20s. You might not have it in your 30s, 40s, whatever. But somewhere in your life, in your timeline, right, you are going to have to realize that you've got to stop living in your shadow. You can't live 10% for the rest of your life. You're going to come to a point where everyone faces it. It's the mortality issue when people are like, I haven't got a lot of time. I'm not going to have as much time as I had before. And there's a strange thing I heard the other day, right? It was from a friend and it hit me so hard. And it's like, I think it went like, the past always seems so much closer than the future. And I was like, oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Because we always think...
Scary.
We always think we've got so much time, right? But I was 18 yesterday.
Yeah. Listen, we are still young and handsome, let's be honest, okay? But yes, time is flying. That's why I'm always saying time is precious, spend it wisely. And let me tell you the beautiful, beautiful situation, okay? I remember I was just a child. I was sitting in the kitchen with my grandpa, okay? Beautiful, amazing human being, okay? The most important person for me on this planet. And we're sitting in the kitchen. I'm just a child, okay? And there was a clock on the wall. And my grandpa said to me, oh, just check this clock. Yeah, I'm just looking at it. I don't know what he's talking about. And he's counting seconds. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm like, I'm scared, okay, because I don't know what's going to happen. And he is asking me a question. So what have you done in those last 5 seconds? What have you done? I'm sitting there, nearly crying. I'm like, I don't know, nothing. I'm sitting and listening to you. And he's like, once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What have you done in the last 5 seconds? I said, nothing. I'm just sitting here. And he said to me one sentence, this time which has just passed will never ever come back to you. Never. 5 minutes, 5 seconds, 5 hours, 5 days, it will never come back to you. So stand up, go, have fun, do something, go and do something, do things.
He's trying to give you an important lesson.
Yes, don't waste your time because as I said, every second, every minute past, it will never come back to you. Never. So when you're making, life is all about choices and decisions, okay? So when you've got those 5 minutes during the day, 5 hours, whatever it is, how long it is, you have to spend your time wisely because it will never come back to you. And as you said, you get into the point in life, doesn't matter, your 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever, whenever it is, and you realize that, yes, the time is flying, it's not much left. And then when you're thinking about it, like how much of time I wasted, that's a sad story. That's a sad story. So you have to be clever enough. You have to be aware, intelligent, and smart to use time wisely. Okay? And unfortunately, if we would talk to, let's say, 15 years old man right now, 20 years, it doesn't matter. We cannot explain and say
it's something that you can't teach.
No. They're on different intellectual level. They're not ready yet, and they're not fully developed yet. So if you go to 5 years old child right now and say, "Listen, go to the shop, grab chicken, bring it home, and make me a dinner." Listen,
you got to think about yourself when you're 30.
Yeah,
you're not going to think about that.
But this is small human being which can do. Okay, this person, 5 years old person, can go and do it. However, intellectually, thinking processes are not ready
They
yet
don't
for
know
it.
why they're doing
Of
it.
course, yeah. So same like if we would talk right now to 15 years old, 20 years old, we will say like, listen, don't do this, avoid bad temptation, go for this, don't do that. They will not feel it, they will not absorb it.
It doesn't make sense.
For them, no.
Doesn't make
For them,
sense.
no.
Yeah.
No. So you have to get to this level. I don't want to name it if it's maturity or we are just old or whatever it is. Name it as you want it. However, yes, you have to get to this point. If it's life experiences, if it's knowledge.
It's experience. I think majority of it comes from life experience. You know, when you find people who have grown up very, very quickly, or they come into, like before you said, they come into stardom or fame really, really early in life, you almost find that they are miles ahead of their years, you know, here, because they've had to grow up really quickly. They've had to realize what the industry is like, how people behave, how people will use you, how people abuse you, you know, people just use your money, take you for granted, all these kind of things. They realize that when they're 17, 18 years old, not later on, not in 20 years, right there, then, because it happens to them like that. And it's quite like scary how different people's realities and perceptions can be. Like you can have someone who's, you know, never really gone out of their way or their comfort zone, and they're in their 60s, and you just see how small their box is, you know, how small their world is. And then you meet someone who's 15 and they're traveling worldwide, or they're doing content creation with loads of different collaborators, and you're like, how have you evolved?
When I was in this age, I was just playing with some
I was on PlayStation, you know, like, and it's crazy how different, like, even now in the digital world, like today's world is so different. Like, I think maybe I'm the last generation who grew up without smartphones, you know. I was about 17, 18, and then we had smartphones. But it's crazy how now you can see kids who are so ahead of the game. You know? So it might be overwhelming, but we don't know what the next 20 years will be like, how people will perform and how behavior will be. So we just got to take it with a pinch of salt, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. And even sometimes I'm using my past as a beautiful example for people. I'm never crying or moaning about it, because it's not about this. However, yes, when I was growing up, I have had no parents, basically no family. I was living on the street. I was in a children's home. Then family has adopted me and stuff like that. So I went through certain stages in life, and yes, I had to grow up much faster. Okay, I faced the reality. I had to learn how to live life, how to be adult straight away, if you know what I mean. And thanks to those kind of things, thanks to this past, I am this kind of person right now. Okay, so my character, personality.
And you're a wonderful person.
Yes, please. Definitely.
You're a wonderful person.
Oh, yes, of course. I am.
There's not an inch of badness in you.
No. Of course not. But as I said, I'm using it as a awareness for other people. Okay, as a warning sign for them. Please try to avoid certain things in life. Okay, because this is how you're gonna end up. How you might end up. I'm the product. I'm the outcome of those broken people.
Brilliant advocate, an example of good decisions.
Yes, and also it is possible to change and just to achieve something in your life. Okay, so the places.
So like you've competed,
of course,
you competed. It was PCA. What I can't remember.
PCA, of course.
PCA, and you've got your own gym. You've done a supplement store. You've been in the industry for so long, and you've created this. You've created a character. This is your character, you know.
100%.
You build in a game in life and reality. You've made a wonderful life.
Yes, so that's why, as I said earlier, it's all about choices and decisions, and you have to be aware of today, of right here and right now. Because yes, for me, for example, it's over 17 years without even one drop of alcohol, which is amazing. I'm super happy and proud of it.
That is actually amazing.
No cigarettes, no drugs, no alcohol, nothing. Okay, which is huge thing. And yes, I could use an excuse. I was growing up in a bad, environment. That's why I am drinking. Okay, no. It wasn't like that for me. So my idea, just vision for life was, because I was growing up in this kind of environment and I've seen the bad side of it. I knew that I have to change something to do not be the same person, if you know what I mean, to be completely different, to achieve something. So yes, that was my fully sober, beautiful decision. Okay, so yes, we've got opportunities and possibilities. It's always about our choices and decisions. The worst thing which we can do is just to blame the world for everything. Blame the others. It's not about this. When you're saying that life is bad, it means that you are bad because you're making those decisions. Life is not the third person who will come here and kick you or break your arm. It's not happening like that.
No one's making you do those things.
No. So that's why it's beautiful that we're talking about it, because same like you right now, you making decisions. You decide that you want to do this, you want to train, you want to build up your company, business up and running, all kind of things. You're making those decisions. Or you could make a decision. You could say, okay, I'm going to the pub. I'm going to order another.
I could have just done nothing today.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But yes, it's Sunday fun day. We're sitting here, we're having a nice, beautiful conversation. You could go and see your friends, okay? No, you decided to work today, to come here, to arrange this meeting with me, to have a beautiful conversation. Yeah. And this is how we are. And once again, I'm always saying to people, it's always about choices and decisions. Yeah. Stop blaming the world. Stop blaming the others. It's you. You can
look
change.
In the mirror.
Yes, please.
Look in the mirror. That's what
please.
I had to do. And over the past few years, you do blame yourself. You do blame the world. You have to look in the mirror, look inside, face your demons. Okay, it's dark, and you have to sometimes beat them up, and get on with it. You can't keep blaming everyone else for your problems, which I have to confess I have. I have done that in the past. And once you come to that understanding, you agree with your soul, okay, I'm standing here now. I'm going to make a change.
Yes.
I'm going to make a change.
We are just human beings. And yes, we've got up and downs. It's happening, okay? The worst moment is when we are in a kind of vacuum. There is darkness, as you said. Just all you can see is just demons all around you. Dark clouds, okay? It's going lower and lower. It's pressing you down. So there is a vacuum. There is no positive energy whatsoever, no light, okay?
Yes.
Just purely vacuum. And it's so important in this situation, in this moment, to do not give up. You are on your knees. Yes, you need a second, you need a day just to get your grip together and stand up. Yeah. So you have to squeeze and condense every single molecule in your body just to catch this small tiny sparkle of light and the end of this, whatever it is, field, tunnel, name it as you want it.
We get it. It's really hard to get up when you're down. It's so hard. And I get it. Most men have faced depression and thoughts, bad thoughts, and we get it. We really get it. I mean, in the last video, I explained how I think it's 58 men die in a minute. They take their own lives, right? Okay, that's almost one a second. And it's so sad we decide to give up. It's so hard to keep going. You owe it to yourself to keep going.
Yes,
you've got so much of a life to give to people and to yourself. You have so much to do. So just don't give up on yourself or your dreams.
No. In this journey, there is no bus stop. Okay, there's no bus stop. There is you're starting and you're finishing. That's it. There's no bus stop. It's not working like that. There's a journey. You are on this train and you're going forward right to the end. Right to the end. There's no bus stops. There's no nothing like that. Okay, we have to carry on. And even when we've got those moments, okay, going down on our knees, yes, it will happen. It might happen. It's not a problem. It might happen. The only one thing is you have to keep pushing and believe in yourself. You have to know your values, know who you are, how you are, and you have to carry on. And yes, we've got feelings, we've got emotions. We are just human beings, okay? Humans, we hiding them, we're keeping them deep inside, okay? We are scared and afraid to show our feelings and emotions, which is not good idea, I would say. I spent years and years working with psychologists, and I love it. And I'm always open about it. There is nothing to hide, nothing to be ashamed of. I love it. I love the fact that, yes, I was asking for help. Because when you're breaking your arm, the very first thing, you're crying like a little girl, and you're running to NHS, you're asking them for x-ray. It's normal. When you've got tummy ache, you're running to your GP and you're asking for blood test or whatever it is to scan of your tummy because you're aching, okay? Same here with your head. It's exactly same story. It's not a,
Because it's not physical. I think people just they can't see it.
Yeah.
It only comes out in your actions and your behavior in your life, just the mistakes, right? But because obviously your arm's broken. If you've got a cut, you're bleeding. But in your head, in your mind, you can't see it, so you don't act and heal. You don't go to get help. That's where people fail.
But it is beautiful and it is needed. Seriously, it is needed. And unfortunately, we've got not enough knowledge, okay? We are not, just psychologists ourselves. We are not the most...
It would be lovely.
Of course,
It would be lovely to have someone on your shoulder don't do that, bro. It's not going to be good for you.
That would be beautiful. However, life is not working like that. So whenever we're getting to the point when we're crashing and burning, or whenever we are not sure, we are not just sure about our feelings, our emotions, or even how we feel about ourselves, it is good and it is very beneficial to go and ask for help. And there is nothing wrong with it. It doesn't mean that you're like, a weak person.
Yeah.
No. It's beautiful. Yeah. You want to improve. You want to carry on. You want to go further, faster, stronger, higher, better. It is beautiful. Once you're realizing there is some kind of small tiny problem, you're fixing it. You want to work on it, and it is beautiful. It's not a shame. It's amazing, beautiful story. So I just wanted to say to you, to all of you guys, if you're watching it, please, if you've got those moments, don't be afraid to ask for help. Because we are human beings. It doesn't make you
a small person.
No.
To accept that you have a weakness.
No. Of course not. And also, listen, we've got some kind of traumas. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's not about your past. If you have got good life, bad life, we have got traumas. Maybe because of situations at school, maybe situations at work. Something has happened. We've got traumas, and it's good to work them out and just to get rid of them. Yeah. Because sometimes we keep repeating the same mistakes and we don't even know why and why it's happening, how it's happening, because we're going through same pattern.
Yeah.
So even just to go and just to check yourself, okay? Same when you're doing at least once a year, guys. Let me tell you one thing. Once a year, go to see the doctor and check your blood, sugar level, cholesterol. Just once a year, please. So same with your head and with your feelings and emotions. Just go to see someone and even just have a nice conversation. Yeah. Book 1, 2, 3 sessions. Have a nice deep conversation with a person who is responsible, who is much more intelligent and smarter than you are.
Know the subject.
Yes, of course. Yeah. And have a nice conversation. Just check yourself. I've said once you're in your 20s, 30s and stuff like that, going further, you have to ask certain questions and you need right answers, So it's good to check yourself. So how I see myself, how I perceive myself is just like it's 3 cavities, okay? So there's a body, mind, and soul. What I'm doing once for a while, every week, I would say, I'm doing scan of myself, okay? So body-wise, I'm asking myself deeply, I'm sitting down literally, contemplating and asking myself, am I good enough? What's good? What's wrong? Is it too much or something or not enough of something? How can I play with it? What should I do? Body-wise, inside and outside.
Analysis.
Of course, 100%. If it's about do I have to go to see the doctor? Do I need to improve something or reduce something?
Am I sleeping enough? Am I eating correctly? Am I looking after my well-being, my mindset?
100%.
Am I having good relationships, friendships?
Yes, of course. So that's why, first of all is a body. So I'm just checking myself. Then mind. So I'm asking just intellectually if I'm good enough or not. Do I need some more knowledge in certain aspects of life?
Yes,
do I want it? Or maybe I've got too much of knowledge, which is anti-knowledge, I would say. Maybe I don't watch telly. I don't have telly for years at home. I don't have telly. I don't have Netflix. I don't watch things like that. However, sometimes we're spending too much time on certain things and maybe it's no needed to have this useless data in our minds. Yeah. So maybe it's time to reduce something. But as I said, scanning your mind, if you're good enough or not, if you want something more or something less. And then soul-wise. So yes, feelings and emotions. Yeah. Am I good? Is there something happening? Something just, I don't know, something to consider? Maybe it's time to go and talk to someone or something like that?
Am I washing over these feelings? Am I just hiding something or not accepting something?
Yes.
Which I think a lot of us do, Maybe you're dealing with something, but we put it under the carpet.
Yeah.
And then we get on with our day because, I have a priority. I've got to make this much money or I need to get this house or blah, blah, blah. Or, I have to get married. All these kind of things. And then we sweep everything underneath the rug that no, you've got heaps of trauma and issues that you have to get over. Yeah. Eventually, you're going to trip over that carpet.
Oh, yeah. And then you crash and burn.
Yeah.
Then you crash and burn. And this is end of the story, unfortunately. And it can end up really, really badly. And unfortunately, it's not just you because you might hurt your family, your friends, people around you, your colleagues and stuff like that. That's
when it actually affects your life.
Yes, that's tough one because in those kind of situations, it's not just about you. It's others as well. All the people around you who loves you, who respects you. Unfortunately, then they can be hurt as well. Because once you're going down, you're just pulling them down with you, and it's not nice feeling. It's not nice moment. Unfortunately, it's not nice moment.
Yeah, I've been there myself. Yeah. You realize the consequences of your actions, and you're like, damn, I actually matter in this world.
Yeah,
I have a pull on people, and it affects everyone. So, what would be the best advice you could give for someone that is trying to take control of their life again? And what would be just that your last hot take that you could give to the people, my viewers, and in general me, myself, what would be your best advice you could give to someone?
I don't want to sound funny, and as I said, once again, everything is based on Jordan Peterson, but I would say clean your room, which is funny, but yeah, no, that's true story.
I did that this morning.
Yeah. That's crazy, but that's a true story. So I would say focus on this small teeny weeny square, okay? And you as a number one, you have to make sure that you are number one. Focus on yourself. So situation when you're on a plane and you see the board in front of you, okay? And once in case of emergency, once the mask is going down, the very first person is you, okay? So you have to put mask on your face to have enough strength, energy, time to help to the others. Because if you are not well yourself, if you are not good with yourself, for yourself, and you try to help to the others, there is no chance. You will not have enough time to help to them, then you will not have enough time to yourself, and both of you are going to die. That's the worst thing. So I would say put yourself, as I said, number one, okay? Small team winning square, and start cleaning up from the scratches, from the very beginning. Just clean the surrounding area. That's the most important thing. Make it nice, clean, and tidy. You have to see clearly everything. Sort out all of the things, documents, situations with people, with job, and establish what's happening with you.
Clarity.
Yes, 100%, because it's a huge mess.
Clarity gives you confidence.
Yes, 100%.
Confidence gives you, it magnifies your effort.
Yes.
Now your efforts are not squandered.
Yes.
You know what to attack first. You know where you're going, right?
So the problem is a chaos. That's the biggest problem. Because once you're in a deep shit, bad situation, it's all about the chaos. Things happening out of nowhere. You don't even know why. You're not controlling everything. So that's the very first thing. That's the biggest problem for us. So sit down, slow down, calm your jets down, and clean it up. Clean it all up. It will take you time. However, you have to make it nice and easy for you. So once you, as you said, everything will be in order, then you can go further. You clean this whole square, then you can move further to clean this square, and then further and further, and you can reach out for more. But if this small to me square, if you're in a mess, there is no chance you can move forward. There's no chance. So the very first thing I would say, just clean up the mess around you, and just sort it out. Just see it clearly. Obviously, I'm not saying that you're gonna just make it up and running perfectly, but at least put it in order. So see, okay, let's say about my job, what's happening, why I've got issues with my manager, I've got issues with my colleagues or something like that, why it has happened, because of my behavior or their behavior. Maybe I should go to HR to talk to someone. What has happened? Why have I got issues? What can I do with it? Can I change my job? Should I apply for different jobs? Next situation, if I've got credits or just issues, financial issues, problems, something like that, check your bank accounts, check your cash, check what's happening, why. Write things down.
No
Use
one
piece
writes
of paper.
anything down.
Oh yeah, no.
Wrong?
That's
Writing
crazy.
down pen and paper is a very strong thing to do.
Yes, please.
When you write something on a piece of paper, it gives feedback back to your mind that this is now my thought is on paper, and now I can see it.
Yes, right. And as I said, when you're writing, and as you said, it's beautiful what you just said, because once you're writing things down, you see them clearly, and it's funny. But there's one thing. When I'm asking people, when they're coming to me and they're saying, "Oh, I've got problems, I've got issues, I've got dramas, I'm like, listen, I'll give you 5 minutes. Sit down, take a piece of paper and a pen, and write them down, those problems. Once you're sitting down and you're starting writing them down, you're realizing that, listen, broken fridge is not a problem. Argument with your neighbor is not a problem. Okay?
I think that's happened to me. A few times I've wrote down things, right? And I'm like, that's quite easy.
Yeah, it's not a problem. Yeah. We just using the words, like we don't even know the values and the weight of those words. We using it like you just say, oh, it's a problem. This is problem. Flat tire is not a problem. It's a small tiny obstacle which you have to just sort out, jump over, and that's it, and move forward. You cannot name it as a problem. Yeah. Problem is a very deep word, I would say. Okay, so as you said, and what we've been talking about is just write things down put them in order, okay, and see clearly what's happening around you. Because trust me, once you write it down, everything, finances, your just emotions, feelings, your job, all of those common things which causing chaos and just problems in life.
Yeah.
Once you write it down, you see that it's not that big deal. If you see it clearly, because if you just think about it, you cannot focus on 27 things right now. It's impossible.
Too much CPU.
Yeah, of course.
Too much RAM.
No, of course, no. There's no chance. We are just human beings. There's not enough data. There's not enough space over there. But once you write it down, you see 27 issues. However, 14 of them are just so pathetic and just so silly.
3 are high priority and the rest are doable.
Yeah. So as I said, because you've asked me just what would be the sense, what would I say to people, and just how to make it up. So that's why, as I said, just put it in order. Okay, that's the very first thing, because there's a chaos around you, and that's the worst thing which can happen. Once everything is in order, then you can, as you said, set up the priorities. Okay, the toughest ones, the most important ones, then things which might happen, then things which are not really important, stuff like that. But then once you've got 100% of your energy, you're putting them into one subject. Okay, when you put 100% of your energy into one subject, you can sort it out in 2 days time, maybe 1 week time, maybe 10 days, however it is, but you sort it out just like that. Then you've got 100% of energy, and you're jumping on next topic, next subject, and you're sorting things easily. Because if you got 25 things to do and you put 100% of your energy into it, you're putting only 4% of your energy into each subject. You will not move forward. No, nothing. There's no chance.
If you get 100% into one thing,
yes,
you also keep that information that you've learned from that problem.
Yes.
And then you retain it. You're not in chaos.
Yes.
And then you can tap the other one in 0.8 of the time it took the last one.
Yes.
And then now you've got 2 medals, right? And then you can do the harder one that was really killing you in half the time.
Yes.
Because now you're even better. It's getting easier and easier.
So yeah, as I said, the very first thing, just clean up the mess around you, and then set up small goals. Okay. And imagine, visualize yourself, who you want to be, how you want to be, who you want to become, okay? And then write down the plan, how to get there, and just work on it step by step, slowly, gently move forward, and that's it, that's that. And living is easy. Life is beautiful. Life can be beautiful. Depends how you providing your life. This is the one. This is my sentence. I love this sentence. Life can be beautiful. Depends how you providing your life.
Life can be beautiful it depends on how you provide your life.
Yes, that's the one. And as I said, you have to set up small to mini goals and move further and go for it. And yes, you have to be disciplined. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. Without structures, we as human beings, we cannot even cope. We cannot live life without structures. Yeah. Life is not working like that. You have to have your own structures. And the best thing and the most beautiful thing about it is the fact that you setting them up for yourself. Because when someone is setting them up for you, you will always be fighting with it. You hate it.
Yeah.
You'll be angry and upset. No, because he said I have to wake up 7 o'clock. Of course I will not wake up 7 o'clock because he said it. But when you're establishing with yourself and for yourself those structures, from now on, I want to wake up 7 o'clock in the morning. I want to have spare hour in the morning just to do some extra jobs. You setting up for yourself.
It's not a resistance.
Yeah. No, because then you might even love it because you set it up for yourself. You're not waking up 7 o'clock because Chris told you that you have to wake up 7 o'clock. No, you establish it with yourself, So yes, set up some nice structures and stay with it, keep it, and that's it, that's that. So I would say that's beautiful as well. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Maciek. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. And as I said, deep conversations. Sometimes we have to joke about serious stuff. And sometimes we have to be very serious about silly things.
Completely agree. And life is too serious anyway.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But yes, being wise, that's the most important thing, okay? Have some level of intelligence. Intellectually, you have to feel good with yourself and stuff like that. And also respect people. And we're learning only by listening. If you keep repeating what you know, let's say 1,000 words. If you keep repeating them every single day, at the end of the month, you still know only 1,000 words. However, when you're talking to people, when you're listening and you're learning, you have to learn from them. Yeah. So respect people, respect yourself, okay? And yes, fight for every single second of your life. That's the one.
Love it.
That's the one.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Lovely to
Thank
have you
you.
here.
Thank you,
It's a
bro. I
big pleasure.
appreciate your time so
And
much.
I will see you soon at the gym, definitely.
Yes, obviously at the gym. Pleasure, man. Thank you so much.
Got me feeling like AJ at Wembley. I got a house in the sticks, I'm living stress free. God bless me, guide me, protect me.